Welcome back to the Making the Madness YouTube channel. Sean back again for another video. This one is on the Iona Gaels landing Quinn Slazinski. This is a pretty sneaky ad because Slazinski had 6 points a game and 3 rebounds per game for Louisville last season. Not next season, last season. And he's headed to Iona next season. He only shot 24% from deep, which isn't great by any means, but I think that's going to improve. Slazinski has a very nice shooting form, which tells you that over time, he's going to become more consistent with it. He's going to stop hunting them as much and take what comes to him. That's just what happens as you mature more as a basketball player, especially at this kind of level. I would definitely say that he's going to improve a ton under Rick Pitino. And then you look at the rest of the roster. This is a really good team. I mean, you have Elijah Joyner, who had 11 points a game, 4 rebounds per game, and 4 assists per game at Tulsa last season. He replaces Asante Gist. Joyner is going to be the kind of point guard that Rick Pitino wants to do everything. I mean, he had Peyton Siva. I could see these guys being similar players in a lot of different ways. Good defenders, good facilitators. They're not going to, score 30 points a game, but they're going to make the team better. Elijah Joyner, Peyton Siva, similar in a lot of different ways, in my opinion. I think Siva's a better overall player. But Elijah Joyner is a really talented piece that's going to really decide what's going to happen with this Iona team next season. He could decide if this team's going to win the MAC and get blown out by 30 in the NCAA tournament, or if they're going to win a game or two in the NCAA tournament. And then you have Tyson Jolly, one of the more underrated additions of the entire offseason. He's a guy that averaged 14 a game 2 seasons ago at SMU, shot 39% from deep and 45% from the field. But last year, he was injured. So he only played 8 games, had 9 points a game, shot 37% from deep, but just wasn't healthy. SMU had a lot of different COVID issues. Tyson Jolly, he averaged 15 points a game in the American, a borderline power conference. 15 a game. What does that mean he's going to do at this level? The American and the MAC end with 2 A's and a C. They're so different. I mean, that's such a better conference. No offense to this conference, but it's clear just looking at it and KenPom rankings, every ranking you'll find has the American as a significantly better conference, and they're a borderline power conference. Jolly had 15 a game at SMU. How much is he going to have at Iona next season? Will they have 20? That's what Isaiah Ross was able to do. I could see him having that kind of impact and winning Conference Player of the Year for sure. Quinn Slazinski at the 4. And then you have, obviously, Nelly Jr. Joseph at the 5. He averaged 11 and 7 last season. Very impressive as a freshman. I'd expect him to be one of the best players in the conference next year. And he's going to be a real mainstay in the Iona program. Then when you look at the rest of the roster, you have some pretty talented pieces. You look at Ryan Myers, who is a high-level shooter. I expect him to take a massive jump next year. You have a guy like Trey James, who Iona fans and Rick Pitino have high hopes for. We'll see what he can do when he's fully healthy. He only played 2 games last season. Then Osborne Shema. A few months ago, Rick Pitino compared him to Gorgie Dang, who is in the NBA. I think he's a second-round pick, maybe he's a first-round pick. But obviously Pitino coached him at Louisville, and he was on the 2013 national championship team. So if he's drawing comparisons from the guy who coached Gorgie Dang to right now, like as he progresses and gets stronger, that's pretty high praise. So I would say definitely Osborne Shema could pick up a bigger role this season. He's 7'1", you can't teach that kind of height. Then you have Robert Brown coming back. And then Colton Castro also drew pretty high praise from Rick Pitino. He tweeted not that long ago that he was one of the worst shooters he had ever seen. And he's really improved in that aspect of his game in the 1 year Pitino spent with him. And then you have Dylan Von Eyck. He is coming back for the free year also. A stretch 4, can defend, and he shoots the ball. Not much more you can ask for from him. He's a good player. He's going to come off the bench this season once again and add leadership, add shooting, and add defense. Iona's a really good team. They're going to be not ranked by any means next season in the top 25. Maybe they will at some point, but it's so hard to do in their conference. But will they run the table in their conference? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you look at Ryder. They could compete. They've improved quite a bit this offseason. You look at Manhattan. They've improved a lot, returning Ant Nelson, adding Jose Perez, adding Josh Roberts. They've added a lot this offseason. You look at Siena, they're not going to really be in the mix because they lost so much of last season's team. Jalen Pickett gone, Manny Camper gone, Jordan King gone, Colin Golston, who was going to be a major piece of that program in the future, gone. So I don't think Siena's going to be even close to the mix. So you look at a team like St. Peter's, Shaheen Holloway is a fantastic defensive-minded coach, which fits perfectly in that conference. Casey Nadefo's in the transfer portal. We'll see if he ends up staying at St. Peter's or transferring. But for now, Iona's far and away the best team in the conference. Quinn Slazinski just solidifies that even more. I'm excited to watch this team quite a bit next season. Rick Pitino's a fantastic coach, and he's built a really good team. So definitely like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, Iona fans, you guys are in for a fantastic season and future under Rick Pitino. Like and subscribe, and until next time.